The psychology of regret. There are moments you don't live through once. You live through them forever. Not because they happened, but because they didn't happen the way they should have. Regret is a memory. It's a wound the brain keeps open on purpose, a rehearsal for a version of you that never existed and never can. Topic 1. The moment that never stops happening. There's a particular kind of moment your brain won't let you forget, not because it's important, but because it could have been different. A word unsaid, a turn not taken, a silence held too long. These moments aren't memories. They're traps. You don't remember them to reflect. You remember them because your brain refuses to believe they're over. And in a way, they aren't. Regret is not an emotion. It's a recursive cognitive feedback loop, engineered by evolution not to teach, but to torment. Neuroscientists have located it. The orbitofrontal cortex, the region responsible for evaluating outcomes, comparing what happened to what could have happened. It activates when you choose incorrectly, when a world reminds you of what you should have done, when a better timeline whispers just beyond your grasp. That region doesn't shut off. Not with time, not with logic, not with forgiveness, because it was never designed to forgive. It was designed to optimize, to rehearse, to scan endlessly for the correct move you already failed to make. And here's the brutality of it. The loop doesn't replay the truth. It replays the version that hurts you most, the perfect version, the you who is wiser, kinder, braver, the phantom you, the one who didn't freeze, who didn't stay silent, who didn't leave when they begged you to, or worse, the you who stayed when they needed you to walk away. Psychologists call it counterfactual thinking, mental simulations of alternate outcomes. It is not voluntary. Your brain performs it automatically. In fMRI scans, when participants reflect on past mistakes, they exhibit increased activation in the medial prefrontal cortex, posterior cingulate cortex, and precuneus, regions associated with self-referential thinking and mental time travel. You don't just remember what happened. You re-experience it with edits. Sharpened guilt, enhanced shame, precision-crafted punishment. It feels meaningful. It feels instructive. But it's not. It's a performance, a ritual, and the audience is no longer you. Regret doesn't care about truth. It's effective realism, the emotional state shaping your perception of the past. You feel regret, so you believe the event was more catastrophic. You rewrite the memory to fit the pain, and then the pain validates the memory. A loop, a circuit with no exit. And time doesn't heal it, because the brain's simulation machinery can collapse chronology. In psychology, this is called temporal binding, when cause and effect become compressed, tangled, and inverted. That decision you made 10 years ago, it's happening again now. It's always happening. You are stuck in the moment because the moment has been embedded in the architecture of your identity. You are not moving forward. You are orbiting the same mistake. And why does the brain do this? The evolutionary answer is brutally pragmatic. In uncertain environments, organisms that can mentally simulate better choices outcompete those that cannot. Regret becomes adaptive, a virtual lab for decision correction. But the modern mind doesn't face tigers. It faces missed texts, unsent messages, children never born, lives never lived. And this virtual lab, it has no off switch, because there is no feedback mechanism that tells your brain the lesson has been learned. It assumes you just haven't figured it out yet, but you never will, because the moment has passed. The context has changed. The people are gone, but the machinery doesn't care. It loops and loops and loops. Worse still, this loop alters your sense of self. According to studies in cognitive neuroscience, persistent regret rewires autobiographical memory, selectively reinforcing events that match the narrative of failure. You become the sum of your mistakes, edited and re-edit until the original event is gone and only the punishment remains. You aren't remembering what happened. You're remembering the version of you that deserves the pain. This is why you can't stop thinking about it. It's not because you care. It's because the loop has replaced the self. And as long as the loop runs, you remain bound to it. Not as a person who made a mistake, but as the mistake itself. You thought regret would fade with clarity, with time, with forgiveness. But it's not an artifact of the past. It's a virus in your present, and the symptom is identity. So ask yourself, if you're only ever reliving the moment you failed, if your brain has no intention of letting it go, did you ever leave that moment at all? Topic 2.